Welcome everyone to the Learning Vibes podcast visual version. I'm Annie Ranking, one of the co-hosts of the Learning Vibes podcast, and I'm here with my co-host Dave. Hi Dave, how are you?
Yeah, for our basement talks, as it turned out, unplanned, but I see your rafters and you see mine.
Yes.
Hey everyone, you can learn about the Learning Vibes podcast at www.learningvibespodcast.weebly.com, and please like us on Facebook. And the point of these podcasts is of these basement talks rather is just as we're here in COVID-19, we want to bring you some short ideas of things you can do in your home to promote your own learning and own sense of artistry. And, you know, one thing that's a great use of time is good old-fashioned storytelling. Yeah, Annie?
Excellent. Yes, and that's one of the things that we're going to talk about today in this short video is the importance of storytelling. So as a professor, I talk a lot about storytelling and the importance of telling your story as an educator, as a student, and as an individual with all the intersectionalities of yourself. But I have kind of taken that into my own home during this time. So there's kind of two ways that we've taken the approach to storytelling. The first is that we are learning stories from my parents. So my children's grandparents are telling us stories that are very interesting about our family history. So we have learned about a chest of drawers that is at my parents' house that has been in our family for generations. For 3 or 4, I think even maybe 5 generations. It came over to the United States. It has been through many different events in the United States, the 1918 flu epidemic, the Depression, and it's still in our house. And so just thinking about all of the stories that one piece of furniture could tell about our own family history. But then the other side is being able to get my own kids. I have little kids at my house, being creative and thinking about stories. And so one of the activities we have done as a family almost every night during our dinner time is how we do a sentence to tell a story. And so we'll go around the table and we will each say a sentence, but it has to make sense as we're going around the table, and the laughter and the joy that comes out, as you can imagine, with an 11-year-old boy and 11-year-old boy's imagination, along with 2 9-year-old girls, and just the laughter and the ability to make those memories within our families for the stories. And so it's just so important to be able to tell stories and have that creativity. Not only for the creative nature of it, but also for my children, your children, to be able to tell the story of making it through COVID-19, making it through this time. There's an excellent TED Talk that you could find. It's called The Danger of a Single Story. And it's the idea that there's not just one story for each individual person, but that we have all different types of stories that much like that chest of drawers has all different stories that tells its background about our family. And so it's just a really great way to really engage in storytelling. That's just going back to our roots of talking, of telling stories orally and having that oral tradition. Dave, do you guys do any storytelling in your house?
We do a lot of sort of improvising off of our own silliness it's more building character and kind of just improvising off of each other to create a sense of narrative. I often will feign to be hard of hearing and put some bizarre words in my kid's mouth of what I thought they said,
Right.
just as a way to give something to improv off of. And, you know, so much of a good story and collaboratively telling story is that improvisation rule of yes and accepting every
Right.
offer given to you to take the story further.
Yes, it sounds like we do very similar things in our households. You have much older kids than I do, but I think that it can continue, and it's really something that can create those amazing memories during this time. I hope that all of you as listeners and viewers right now take some of this advice to start to bring in that creativity of storytelling into your own houses. As a reminder, you can find us on the web at www.learningvibespodcast.weebly.com, or please go and like us on Facebook. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.